Aliana, please come forward. Wait just a few more minutes to hear from Premier Ford. So I'm going to begin my remarks this evening. Good evening, welcome. Gya σας, καλησπέρα σας. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. Premier Ford and many of our MPP colleagues were here and are still are. Those of you who are MPPs as part of our Conservative caucus, just raise your hand and say hello. Thank you very much for being with us. I think we might have outdone everybody else in the last year who's had a party here. We Greeks know how to celebrate. So welcome. It's really our pleasure to have you here in celebration of Hellenic Heritage Month. We are blessed to have several distinguished guests with us, and if you permit me, I'm going to be mentioning them by name and just a few because there are so many in the room. Her Excellency Ekaterina Dimakis, the new ambassador of the Hellenic Republic to Canada. Dimitris Andreas, Consul General of Greece in Toronto. Dionysios Borgogapas, Senior Trade Commissioner at the Consulate General of Greece. And one of my good friends, former Canadian Ambassador to Greece, Robert Peck, and his wife Maria. We also have representatives from 16 different Hellenic Canadian organizations, and in the interest of time, I will not name them all, but I want to tell you how honored we are that you can all be here today. And if they would permit me to speak longer, I would introduce you all by name, so my apologies that I'm not. March is an important month for the Hellenic community across the globe, and for more than 300,000 people of Hellenic descent who live in Canada today, over half of whom, as we know, live right here in the GTA and in Ontario. This is why, in 2019, I introduced Bill 77, the Hellenic Heritage Month Act, government, recognizing the month of March, would henceforth serve as Hellenic Heritage Month in Ontario. In fact, Ontario is the only jurisdiction in Canada, and I believe in the whole world, that has enshrined this recognition into law. It was on March 25th, 1821, that Greece formally declared the independence from the Ottoman Empire after 400 years of tyranny. Therefore, the month of March was chosen to commemorate the creation of the modern Greek state, a day special to many around the world and to all of us here. The contributions of Hellenic culture, philosophy, and political ideals, like democracy, are the bedrock for Western civilization. We know that Greeks pioneered math and science and laid the foundation for a great number of discoveries that we take for granted today. We know that Athenians established what is held as the first democracy in 508 to 507 BC. Those were our ancestors, by the way. Greek schools were the first to introduce evidence-based medicine. And so when someone says to us, "It's all Greek to me," we wholeheartedly agree because we know it is. And right here in Ontario, Hellenic Canadians have been making significant contributions, enriching our culture and strengthening our economy. The children and grandchildren of hard-working Greek immigrants, given the opportunity, have succeeded beyond measure in Ontario and in our country. Now, a few shining examples are Justice Andromache Karakatsanis, the first Greek-Canadian justice, appointed by Prime Minister Harper to the Supreme Court of Canada. Mike Lazaridis, the founder of BlackBerry. And Alex Anthopoulos, former GM of the Toronto Blue Jays. The first federal members of Parliament of Greek descent were elected from Ontario, Gus Mitches from Owen Sound, and Diana Stratus from Scarborough. So we can all be proud of their contributions to our province and country. Now, yesterday was a historic day. For the first time in over 40 years, the Prime Minister of Greece, Kyriakos Mitsotakis, was in Canada. I'd like you to know that he met with Premier Ford and our Economic Development Minister, Vic Fideli, as well as senior business leaders to further our strong economic and cultural ties. Ontario and Greece already enjoy relationships in sectors such as space technology, audiovisual production, mining and processing of critical minerals, food and beverage explorations, AI, and manufacturing. Hi, boss. In fact, Greece will be the first country in the world to buy Ontario-based de Havilland firefighting aircraft. I would also like to mention the Toronto Economic Forum, which for the past 2 years has been organized by the Delphi Economic Forum in partnership with the Hellenic Initiative Canada, the Canada-Greece Chamber of Commerce, and the Hellenic Canadian Board of Trade. Our Ontario government will continue to work with the Greek community to strengthen our economic relationships and promote Ontario as a great place to build Greek-led businesses. Today, we proudly celebrate our Hellenic heritage through events such as the Ochi Day Parade in October and Greek Independence Day Parade, and the Taste of the Danforth, which took place for many years in August in the heart of Toronto's vibrant Greek business community. And of course, we are all celebrating Hellenic Heritage Month here at Queen's Park with all of you. It's truly my honor to introduce a true Philhellene, Premier Doug Ford.
Well, thank you so much, and it's great to be in a room with so many friends, and I think you covered all the bases there, actually. So I just want to say, I want to acknowledge Council General Benny. You do so much work too, as well, in the Greek community, and I'm very, very grateful for our relationship. You know, I had the opportunity to meet the Prime Minister on Greek Independence Day. We had a great chat about some of the opportunities on trade and other areas, and we got along quite well, and I promised him that I'd be able to go over to Greece. Are you going to be joining me? I want to thank the Greek community for all their support for a number of years, and I told the Prime Minister the story of I go down to the Taste of Danforth with Rob, my brother, and then be like a mob scene. I think he was the most popular non-Greek down there. We had just a phenomenal relationship, and again, I'm thankful, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the work Effie does in your riding, and all the other members that I see around here supporting the community, and we're always going to be close friends, close partners with each and every one of you. So thank you, and God bless. Thank you.